Rose Wireless. Switch to Kenny Rose Wireless and enjoy streaming without buffering, communication with no lagging, business without restrictions, and achieve.
Okay, that's your friends a Grey Goose and a beer. And original stage no so na obi nkan kire so wabo baby ase onya microphone ma John Stones a ozo boda no a just na no agreeless ono no pekwe se so ni mu de ko anu Guardiola kura no wabo Guardiola because baby Ombusan say we don't want sunshine. You know
Ghana for Anka say Pekasa. Say nipa wani agya o twabia na o siga bitua wa no no. Eno na ye nipa problem. Kwhwe Allen Brad Haaland akola no. Kwhwe siga etua na no.
Na wa hu no onu so hu na ju so atwabi.
Eso Ghana player ko twa kakra bia.
Because omaje. The point is omaje. And I allowed omnyom coach na bro. In fact, nyina Man City go na stage no so no. Just say nyina obi atwabi. Enra o ho mama ro ntimi bass no kwana misuro say obi free throw because you say Gilly say no some so no. Wo Gilly do bu cha nyina no na James na ni gi cha nyina. O we ka worker. Just a boys ni nyina ave Manchester City TV no. Moderate and maybe go players need to be microphone from them. That's easy. Ya hang say no bia. Moko national team camp next week yi moko boy ya na onum sa na wan ya sama go for that damn nice onum sam sa so ya bodam enso yesu the first one kan ensa oh no be bu ha ya na munya bo chekaka. That is not to justify, it's also out of power in time but also Bible goes also drink with a merry heart. What I say we say omeniachi they have won the treble. And said your boys in a chile no say free ibiza no bedu anopa no
okay
bedu anopa no nti ya mama rest kakra and because of weather no so na nsuo toto nti ye say pushing from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. but Man City fans did not care about the weather nsuo to no omo ginam ebi mab sisi omo kon omo be she raincoats ni rain jackets as she omo kuta chinye ene yi kuta Ninyan say obi abeso catch a glimpse of a Manchester City team now on the trouble ne battle. Nana inye easy on top of the bus is near 4. No bus is near 4. Na said you almost say ya de no. No mo free on bar. Baby omo ye parade nankasa no. Mo bo stage ni bibia no. Jai. E only who say that boys in Germany. Boys in Germany o.
Money di ba about Tambe. After so my year Jumadin achieve their success.
Oh, of course.
And do Bianca. Now to Kruma say born unto me more to papa. So now
Ghana for Ankasano Subabi or
Ghana I'm saying say
no you see sometimes
they all can say
we all know say Omaji Bibi no Muji or many.
But yeah Tobasi and I'm okay Tobasi they all can say imagine say be advance Kotoko players maybe Oma Bobo maybe Oma Lusu maybe a 3-0 maybe a Chelsea better Kotoko 3-0 maybe Abako club na osi go twabi we the turn up for the turn up to be players to be come
yeah
say o dey we twabi go kofi but say be Kotoko ajikap no na yi na obi actually amabo oh ben you enu mom na obi kan yen
obeka oh
you come mom don beka na crowds say conservaton no man dey am man crowds say a man dey conservaton
but chairman e dey na obey ni wiase obi nka.
Oh, of course. But yeah, had no can do.
And I'm gonna say
the problem with Daniel is and he said, "Oh, you born, oh, you diboyeni, but no born in those so be the
I say you criticize me because I sing differently.
Maybe a private sinners and omo criticize public sinners more.
Yeah.
I say ono ni yan dia kokome ma bonti mu bia mu.
No, say na me holy. And you guys talk about him ni nyaro kokome. E gina ko bi echi. Say guy bi catch and say, "Oh, guy bi ba no so guy we the last time leading was so pay me." Osme fino your primacy and you jana tin say hair cut oh yeni ngwe ngestre oh wanya moral impetus katro bi say oh say can you sing differently
yes
e bi ono ne de no ono no pewe ozu pewe ti o de nenye ono de I understand now. Self-righteousness, jai.
Yeah, dear Chema, many will be arguing Cassandra Cassa, but Man City for any trophy no monum Sasianka, Brufon, come back Cassa.
So, a chance, crown.
But the American say, so, but no more. Ah, man for Beccasa Crana. Young Fanny, a Becca say, who
only say,
I hear a human engineer, anti success in a way, the old num there.
I want to believe no problem. It's a grillish. The Tiama Kwane Busano. Also, the first season, I'm a for bashing the past 100 million flop. And no buy no more City Quavia Sunti. And the Champions League is Wabapa anti. Wabama Magino. Who's on free play machine? Can you bag win the chocolate? Cut off them.
As a purpose, nearly I catch almost without a Champions League, no Pinto bus. Never be our home. In fact, no Magic League. I'll catch almost say, I'm the Champions League now. A FA Cup and a parade. No parade.
They say cigar na you.
I send the Carlos
cigar in there. I'm cigar in there.
Charlotte,
some obi media say, hey. Oh, I know be sending message. Why are you then? I'm scratching. To come has self-righteous attitude. Who says Elon Musk and no Gankasa? I'm going to come
when I knew I had it. Oh, Kaja Grelly, Jerusalem Ranko, not bag, Nabag Quarter. Now, no matter what free visa by the name who chavan. On free visa by. I don't know, boys. No more. Okay, Nick Jones sometimes or be Jinania. Tina Mikase, semi parmity. Nanya me, I don't know $1 million binam not to be now Kazakaza. Why am I to be grabble? Nipa, how much? Sorry, Oliver. Nipa bra brani mu kom. Hey, enra you can answer me. Kawaka. At the point, so now £1 to buy him ice cream. £1. And that the boy is rich. He's making over 2,000 a week. What I say, in a month, he's making close to $1 million. Now, so I didn't know to where you criticize him. What am I going to say? Not on judge criticize him. How do we say? Now they will be there for penny paper to one judge. Because I'm Germany. I'm bedroom, I say. I want the for the woman because you go fair, you know, you go dinner. And a small boy knows to pay the general. Halat. Now, I'm quite busy. Met me at charter private places here. Those are our private plane. Nazagram ABC, no more private play advert. So I'm as well charter. No, you have to you. Yeah, car rental.
Private airport.
I want no, yeah, no more charter. No places where meko. And omuko gum ti anajo no and omukoi and omko chile ya nti omupon chile no and omusabe trampoline nim na sade ombai uniska ose mummy
na unzo omko chile no hotel ba ko ai ben Ibiza hotel you no omu buki hotel ni nyina so omu baby omdo omu niam abegu omu buki hotel ni nyina
ska o asa eniji aboys ni wo mu
no me say omu free Ibiza ba na jare ma me Jagger jana na ka wo ka so ni mu ne o se duru ye net na hwe mu
the betrem the boy no betrem ja boy na mo wabro wakai mi nwa ba ko bia oh emre bi na tent e bi wona chi kenya na opem na aga
But I'm here parade ni pictures ni because images ni bi wo mo a eno so anu ohyepa ho na be hu Pep mo ne o mo siga ne ade nyina no. The images ni bi o bebre parade ni pictures no.
And it was well organized. One of the things I am prepare about for no very well organized security ni and friend say akwana hu na was on kasano Kevin De Bruyne so no oni Kevin De Bruyne no o nyina obi ayebre
so akoye you ni tin no akoye
beautiful pictures. I mean F travel winners omo na ekono
yeah
I was there and I
Pep in the backroom staff.
Oh, beautiful.
You heard some KB Man City for the official numbers now, the supporters and numbers. We go in right there. There's a town in what the power is always an image we are. The BIC blue.
Yeah.
The BIC blue.
Yeah. And I'm excited for Pep because Osha Yenshasef crime free maybe 1995, 1996, 1997. We've had Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Trapattoni, Marcelo Lippi, Fabio Capello, Louis van Gaal, Zinedine Zidane, Rafa Benitez, Diego Simeone, Jupp Heynckes, Scolari, Marcelo Lippi, you know, great coaches of our time. Don Carlo himself of Real Madrid, Ceciano, Pep Guardiola, this Man City team, Yedridi and Ukraine. From the, in all fairness, yes, Sir Alex Ferguson, the Aberdeen European Cup, and as our 99 squad, no, so no, now me sure say. £100 million player be woman 80 million you know or no David Beckham no Titi or Moadi or Mubaya or Mubosa final against Bayern or the Camp Nou in Spain. But in Pempenswa Pep Guardiola swear drew no I guess enano making kind of opinion no it's fascinating and I'm not surprised because South Bobo was Spain, no I call Italy, no I call Mexico, no I call Qatar. You know, I'm sure said those days now Bedi Pele no munyina no call Qatar Pep Guardiola so call Kaisa around 1999 2000 Barcelona called trophyless. The next season Champions League omu free group stage UEFA Cup omu free La Liga omu toso 9 omu lusu Copa del Rey semi-finals to Celta Vigo. Hono and penny 4 years said that be Pep Guardiola Jumedia where Diama FC Barcelona 16 trophies away winning no and was so mujane kwine. Until I guess around the 21st of April 2001, and a Pep Guardiola here press conference for Barcelona Camp Nou saying yadi or twaso Esia Kama Barcelona Shomo Papa ye it sounds like a La Masia product or no so buy ya ban anymore and a team my friend Brescia so time na Roberto Baggio into no person beyond even the football Italian football no see a Brabo or Brescia or no person ko fili kakra and no Remo Brescia. Interestingly enough, the entire call Italy crack ball Brescia and say no person run the 2002 World Cup now Camacho na Spain for head coach. Now so now playing time in T or drop Pep and of that time the young Xavi Hernandez Cruz or FC Barcelona for coach and a manager and or no echo World Cup no. It will interest you to note say Pep Guardiola at a certain point in time almost banned for doping. Yes, Pep Guardiola was banned for doping, almost sentencing to 7 months in prison, and all of that. Young checking Guardiola matches or Messi due to doping. Pep Guardiola now wabre because games of Messi, you know. In fact, even as at 2011, 2012 thereabout, Grana still na case no. Omu pushes still now no more courts ni pushes Pep Guardiola omo nyen. Oko AS Romano, of course. Satan no Don Carlo, Fabio Capello na Roma. Satan na Capello si ope Edgar Davids. And a Roman penny for that time was Chairman Sensi. You know, see there be or Pep Guardiola said Guardiola beba AS Roma. Satan Daniel De Rossi nom or spending 189 days for AS Roma. Chairman share Satan not Pep our bench on a shirt number 28 no. So Pep Guardiola played with Totti. He played with Cassano, played with Emerson, played with Cafu, played with Walter Samuel, played with Panucci. So this is a game against Juventus. That was 2-2 draw. Pep Guardiola played against Del Piero, played against Cambronese, played against Edgar Davids, played against Pavel Nedved, played against Takanadi, played against Marcelo Zalayeta, played against Gianluca Zambrotta. Pep Guardiola, no cranny, and I'm not surprised one bit. Say, I'm a true Jose Mourinho fan. But yeah, share other players. Pep Guardiola and Musiaka.
Syria, no Guardiola, That's best passer of the ball.
He was the best. He was the best. He was the best passer of the ball in those times. Again, it's AS Roma. We cried the AS Roma team. No, okay. Now how cried them say if I say no team no cry. But there was Cassano, there was Montella. AC Milan squad no Shevchenko, Costa Keta, that's Rio Costa, Serginho, Seedorf, Ambrosini, Pello. That time not Don Carlo, head coach for AC Milan. Not Fabio Capello, a head coach, AS Roma. AS Roma versus Inter Milan in the Serie A. Satana Costa Keta no John Dal Thomason,
John Dal Thomason, yeah.
Guys come and Diata.
Yes.
And chairman, when so much way Roma versus Brescia versus Lazio. Lazio for sure 5-0. So much when doping test say Pep Guardiola afa banned substance. So this is the Inter Milan team. Again, Pep Guardiola na share 28 jersey, not bench but share team one na Inter Milan for Crespo, Vieri, Mafio, Cordoba, Matarazzi,
Biagio, Almeida,
Fabio Cannavaro, Saturn not Fabio Cannavaro to bench. Alvaro Recoba, and it was Hector Cooper and an head coach for Inter Milan. I share the games and ya banned Pep Guardiola. So he's seen it all, basically. He's seen it all in football. And this is what Fabio Capello Cafano. I see he's one of the few intellectuals I've come across in the dressing room. Intellectual in that he thinks about a lot of things. A lot about football, of course, but about literature and other cultures. It's a Pep Guardiola jai coaching. Obetumi literature review. And because all round in terms of his thinking about football. Sometimes now Roma for a striker be their friend Del Vecchio. He was ready to become a coach. If you happen to sit beside him on the bench, listening to him, he always knew where to intervene when things were going wrong for the team. He had a really clear idea of football. He saw how the game would unfold before the others. Into Pep Guardiola obobo nyina na adwen dani trimo de bobo no anya won say empempenso a wadru but my most the ekama pa no ayesa dopi na ya bane no, and it was for non-drolling and the bane no 7 months 4 months. So Brescia versus Udoni, Brescia versus Hellas Verona, Brescia versus Inter. How can you imagine? So one of the greatest managers in world football today, as a footballer was banned for doping. That's the Pep Guardiola story. And
now let me even make the story better.
Yeah.
Let's bring the Ghanaian perspective into it.
Yeah.
Above for Brescia, Pep Guardiola played with Stephen Appiah.
Oh yes.
And Ajayi had a picture of when we had Stephen Appiah, Pep Guardiola, and Roberto Baggio. Now, of course, I mean, look at this picture. Wow. 3 iconic players. That time to play against Brescia, no more fine. The Juventus and Obiaye, but how? And that's the kind of thing. Me see, Ocho you question wakai, he come there what? Was a sponsor like them? No, be missing. And the last 10 minutes now, or foreign tech bits now, because those times now, DSTV near that common to send it. Nah, come boy be ya na man for train you know highlights no over go for it now. No we tell you on for so now if you waba. Na no ya na ka do la bo pass bi na bi astem na pay say Pep Guardiola the best passer of the ball. Only Gabriel was in those deep I mean good old days. And the last time I can say he said we say it won't be fair to football if say Guardiola and the Champions League again with Man City because Juma why you Man City no. Now some people are talking about the money and all. Listen, it's football is purely about money. If you don't have money, forget it. The big giants in football, the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the Manchester Uniteds, it's about money. Unisika, forget it. And Manchester City, they tell us that they bought players. But most of the players, say the declarize 100 yentia. Ya catch 80. Someone from declarize. Right? So, but no, or decided to be player, regardless of the price. Okay, and it's getting so tired. Yeah, I say go idea or something any job. You don't really think about the price because of the banner. Maybe if I got to slip maybe $600. Would convert it to say how it is the but the sense that you want to buy it. But a coach, the last time, because according to his wife, was it he lives his life for football. So because he doesn't even have time for her. The life in a ball. And it has paid off. I'm just hoping so many more motivation to do this at City. And the first time is always the difficult. The most difficult. Champions League, the first one, Ed didn't change BBR. And that is why I am here very sorry for Atletico Madrid, for instance. Oh, how many times they've come close. But I want to believe that if Atletico Madrid should win it once, every season, we're a contender. That's how football works. Oh. Now, first, Arsenal say, let him make Jiba say cream.
Asama okay say obenya the motivation to continue. As a Pep who say won't me motivating the players ni be he will leave. Yeah. The reason why he left Barcelona say as I was say players na achieve bibia. So now who how to motivate the players or want to be eventually he left. Now he came to Man City from 2016 having won how many trophies now? 16 major trophies now. Odi Man City aji. The ultimate in the Champions League na no mun team you know. And all the players no so dey etimi asaje sa Champions League you know. So the bigger responsibility now and they say obe motivate players you know to be more hungry say ombetimi achieve more successes because when the ultimate is achieved Chairman wan hwa beka say me komaji bibia wie what next? What you say? And a man foresee the entire Messi crown, Messi shall nyere no mobo biane say oje World Cup ni wie no Messi say ni football dream need to achieve biano why achieve wie so what next? So some Man City players now Pep guide you no obi to say Phil Foden how many years now Phil Foden Eddie but every single trophy be a matter be a Phil Foden atimi agibi Jack Grealish no na buy every single trophy be here biano o matimi agibi so to motivate these players in fact you did the ultimate there. But how do we win the second? How do we win the third? That is why I did Real Madrid and other teams bear the example say and you cry back there. But ebi imagine me and me and ebi imagine so sad teams now we are ahead of us no must be a target. But say all can Pep once a month. German na me hear documentary bi. Na Thierry Henry can be. Unse Henry ni ye juma kakra or Barcelona as a player. Now, Thierry Henry, the Obisa say, on naming the greatest manager. There's no debate. They be our cancer the greatest manager. Or no, but we are saying Henry Swab under several managers who call the French national team or Moji World Cup or Banda and Arsene Wenger. These are great managers. A branch of Henry and Omaya Juma. But Obisa Henry said, only the greatest manager or Nina Juma. Obviously, they be your papa, your friend Pep Dean. Now, one quotation, a branch of Henry, Emekia. Debi no chama me kondo se amanfo me na amanfo be share Chairman, was it the greatest manager of all time? Of course, is Pep Guardiola. The way I see football now, I would never ever see it like that before I met him. Was it time when no one see a Pep no? Say they know who born no, or who Pep no, or who boss him. Because me kai game be pa na basketball game what the Henry Akoto on the left side. Baby Henry Dano, born ni be maho. And Henry complaining say he wanted to get in closer. Say be obenya born ni biabo. Pep si there be. Baby I made wakwa akoto no. Da ho no mo even sa born ni makra na da ho no mo. And also da na eventually the first time na born ni ba ni side no nya space na ba se kwa akosegu. Abrantie friend no Javier Mascherano. And so say, assembly a Pep Bekacho before the game, no. Ukojina game no, all of them come true. So Oyobia, he can imagine what will happen. Anticipation. Say the Inter Milan for Kwako Bobo. Say na Inter Milan for Beye. As someone Pep Bekacho be say Inter Milan for everybody they will do this at this time. Every single minutest detail be a Pep Bekacho biano. Obako game no biano. Na sa mani nyina so atimiasi. Na Ikai Gundogan, say Ikai captain. On a quotation, he said, Pep is a genius who reads the game and covers every single situation imaginable. Every single situation imaginable. Pep manin simwe no abe address it. He imagines that anticipation. Say born here kwako bono, dey na besi, dey na we beye. So he imagines all those things and finds solutions to it. And the amazing thing is that Adia Pep be imagine say besi biano. Unko game no nyina no na no asi. That is why a Man City bobo na as na said I so easy for them because every single problem biana the opponent no will begin to throw at them no. Pep imagines that no I find problems to it. May sure say yeah extended discussions now. Maybe one time they are Pep be retire from football no and they betimi proper assessment of Pep and ejumo betimi aye. But at this moment pa the chairman if not the greatest he's among the greatest managers of all time.
Okay, that's Pep. Well, I mean, Biggie, man, now Manchester City say they are on cloud 9. I mean, treble winners. Germany. I mean,
Chairman, that is the only thing you are going to expect from a club like Manchester City. Say, at this particular moment, because no matter what is going to happen tomorrow, Adiaba kwa yana nipa kai paye, Yodi kanye ne kane. Why the can in the first? And sorry, Cristiano Ronaldo winning the European Cup with the Portuguese national team. He was overly excited because Portugal mining your Miami. Even when they've had great players, Abababe and so yeah, the echo. So being the first timer, some kind of memory be a bad dance will be a bit me and binti any journey. Chairman, there are other people in Suswana. You are going to get different kind of motivation to do what you are doing. Pep Guardiola is also one of them. A manager, our coach Barcelona, a Juma Waya of Barcelona, Trophies or JJ of Barcelona. He moved on from Barca to that of Bayern Munich. And Yaman Chadam quite suspected, even though he wasn't that bad. But if you send in level now, our coach here drew a Juma now, it was the Champions League they were expected when Timmy and Fama. Waba Manchester City, what did 5 to 6 years? Champions League trophy is still a bit mile. So people were like airline or Messi the Champions League the mano, or Lizavi, Oni Iniesta, on the Champions League biom. And you know Pep Guardiola and Ankasano wanted to prove people wrong. He's a good manager. Or person chess hard any change pointy going into games like this, no, or because of the not the be here beyond what because Nipa be say. Only line or Messi, Jumana, why you say, on to be Jumano, and Pep Guardiola needed to end that kind of a debate. It's extra motivation. So, Bekono trophy, and to be saying here, I need just from Kona de Beba talking about Jack Grealish, the kind of energy I want, the kind of happiness I want you John Stones. These were players that at a point in a Man City team, Nankatani Yapamomo. Jack Grealish said £100 million now be making move. Not the amount for expected based on the kind of football and now previous club. Untimin fasadi and ma. Now for pressure be also you have started season and the Bayer story. Said Jack Grealish and in the management Takasa say omoncha siempeti mumfamano because on no Jack Grealish no on ya sure say you run next season more or Pep Guardiola plans on. And to such a player now along the line an integral member eventually will play a key role Ama Manchester City ababeje the Champions League for the first time for a player who looks more or less like an outcast. Now for nyama bia dane na obababenya this prestigious trophy for a club omunya bida. If it is any other club, chairman, Madrid moje Champions League yes, omoji money, but to Madrid fine obaji wani there but enya ade bia burusu bia. But who bisa won say a club like Manchester City, they haven't seen this particular trophy before. And it was one of the main reasons into the Pep Guardiola buy. And some ran at a point outcast, you know. I feel to me about Benyasa trophy now. And it just from Gundogan getting closer to the trophy twice. On Borussia Dortmund. On the Manchester City Croya Chelsea Babe and getting close twice the third time. No, I am lucky. Now eventually what me picking up the trophy, no. And it chairman about was Nana Oka Sembi say getting to the top is not the problem, but how to maintain the status when you get to the top is the problem. So see a Pep Guardiola Diana Wayeno. Ebiam maybe a chem. Was some kind of doubt. Say, oh, a Bassan or the own team. Now they have seen so better bium. And see the kind of measurement and I the mount and near Pep Guardiola no says your best as Nino. So are you going to be able to maintain that kind of status? When you get to levels like this or stages like this, and your name was away. Either you talk to the players to shut them up. No one will say yes. They have been Real Madrid or no Naji Polo to be fighting 3 to us, bear 4 to us. You can also do it. So yes, I didn't know you have to change the face of the team.
Exactly.
I'm feel so much. It's only hungry.
I don't know me here for João Cancelo player. No, need any me pa. Cancelo need me pa. He was a very integral member of Pep squad. No kaya. Another Pep ni born in maybe not Cancelo Junior.
Chairman, was also a huge favorite.
No, but for indiscipline, invariably. And my Pep Bufu Yoka say Omontono. Omanya potential suitor knows on my loan. He said I understand that still also on penal. Because revelation about and say now Man City Nyoman Kwe Pep need team meeting. All man they talk no the headphones and so 80 ade. Which is disrespectful, sure. Of course. And the go say man Kanye San consume da wajibi. So be Calvin Phillips about 3 minutes as a 6 minutes and India then so annual or Champions League medal.
Yeah.
And that medal football greats be brainy view. Great footballing stars be brainy. Omoni be but obviously Misusun Jeje ho na or Kwaguchum Chavo Susu Jeje ho because Hearts of Oak won the treble last 2 years. Hearts did not win the treble. Hearts did not win the treble. Ball na here bono. Mumien Sia bono. Hearts didn't win the treble. Hearts G League, FA Cup. They did not win the treble. Almost say I said FA Cup no. Even say champion of champions no. A winner of FA Cup, ni winner of a winner bunti. So we win automatic winners. Yes, it is only a confused nation like ours, where we don't seem to know what we want to do. And yes, Nami Aduma, Manchester City, Omnaje FA Cup, Omnaje League, but the people Community Shield will play it.
Yeah,
they'll play with us now because the association run is already me and the Community Shield will play only Timothy second and the bebo. Oji Noah, Waji Community Shield. Se se o to onje Community Shield. Se se o mo to mo fie no. Omunje Community Shield. Na no kra no, e be afre domestic, se bia no kra oji kan wa domestic trouble na abeka, be no kra enye trouble papa bia because normally, normally Super Cups no, it's more like ceremonial something. Obia has the omoje and where I feel say House would have won the treble. 2000 Obi 2000 House of squad that time Kebo FA Cup. House would have won that too.
Yeah.
Combe we need trouble because they won Africa, they won the league. Combe we need trouble no. But that time more FA Cup. Okay, more FA Cup. Oh, it's Mr. And run so we say me Marcus Doka say Pep Guardiola did trouble 3 times no, twice. He won it once at Barcelona, not twice, once. No J the league, Champions League and the FA Cup, the Kings Cup. Or J. Barca ended twice.
Luis Enrique.
What I say, but Guardiola ended once. And another one. England. England no be in one spec. That's Sir Alex Ferguson. And on Sababe yeah, and I mean, Pep Guardiola and Mourinho Numa is the new breed of coaches. Just in Germany, some of the best. Was like a Zidane, Baba Beckham, was Zidane, who got the original Chelsea. Or they tell me when they're going to prove matter. Oslo is over to be a Miapam. Now, where are you, coach? Oslo. Oslo is over to be a Maji. Or to one who trains the France national team. The France national team, no, Oma Vama now go to be. Now, sometimes we go teams over as maybe a half crack open.
PSG.
Aye, so say PSG, so and as Mbappe say. About this season, you will be.
I shake PSG. I'm a no pay crowd for me, but Union send me say I'm going to has the na Jawan obviously no enwumre na Mbappe actually letter dia kwa come Paris Saint-Germain. So say the contract now extended and sign 2 years and then there was another option of another year. Ti wabo 1 year we aka 1 year. I say no actually letter kwa come PSG for say on trigger the optional 1 year no enfa county either say PSG for number 20 cc and also be next year no akọ free
omo ton na mo hwan
Real Madrid
mo pe how can say Benzema ko
onum say story neighbor ba no say Mbappe no apa Florentino Perez a chew dada o DC last year
but hono be so ko Real Madrid no ati ase say team e de channel no Real Madrid no omo ku players they can players oni mo about Real Madrid be say players about Real Madrid nia okonomo ye no orientation no go form trophy room wa obo say onyo bia man na betri so san ewo ayi na PSG na so baka the team any focus but PSG the Ghana Premier League teams in bebre ye pe wo omo nyina any focus na aye team a focus that first to come away na wa catch us on the betri player yen sign no
see PSG for say Mbappe has stab you from the back. Now bro form say and run as a Kalafi so also a flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. Onye flabbergasted. PSG for that time message hey I'm going. O chema message go so come. Name so ko on don't try. Omo form team. Omo team no be kakra no. O have French league go team ni bi.
In the chairman of per question na obi ebisa ne say should PSG cashing now and also money more 1 year no go free.
Also cashing. I mean, obi say Mbappe dey
yeah. So omo the 2 minutes sharing say no next 2 months or no bet me at trigger there no. Yeah. So they made him very powerful and knowing the beer see a team na ko drew a obi ko no. I'm sure so also or share be a halad no money na
City for the Champions League no ko at.
Oh yes. In the Ballon d'Or. Even Ballon d'Or come in the next few days remember no there will be no Mbappe. Yeah. Messi crowd no 35 years. Our picture ni mo be brave so betumi age. Nti onya team bi omo amu no omo competitive, omo ambitious. On person omo GBB not like PSG there I'm say rebuilding because Omenya hosting World Cup in every year. So Marco Asensio, you know, young French players or more players be bro tunton loans or baby be bro from Omenya probably a new coach Nagelsmann story minim baby as go drew. So maybe the Paris Saint-Germain of 4-5 years ago and now 7 years ago mutumi $222 million and euros a quarter player back with Neymar say you know I acquire failed business you know Mbappe so no to me make his French Ligue 1 the ogia na acquire say asant court kodie in some way you catch no league ne there ya Africa ne here no some baby and Europe no so even with the addition of Messi they could not even make it to the semi-finals. So it's time to rebuild, maybe start from the scratch, get the big boys out, invite youngsters, have a coach or what plan for the next 5 to 10 years
sadly
and
coach,
then move on.
Coach there no any sporting director there.
Yeah.
And on our Kama City.
Yeah.
That was what for City.
Yeah.
City yeah no go for Chiki Bergstein.
Yeah.
And almost a Chiki Bergstein better convince Pep Guardiola to come.
Yeah.
Because now you Juma Obasa.
Yeah.
And on the buy no see they are starting a project. Because of the current Man City under 18 no it was even under 16s was there and they almost 3 different 12s and then you know they all play like the senior team. Almost you know born like said here because it's a philosophy they are working with. Man City PSG there Muska where Muska I don't know where Muska is working more than is not working because most in the trust I to go for the DNB has a next capacity team no kwaa na kofom and go for yes ka no mutim okosoro because you are giving power to people who do not deserve the power.
Chairman,
the power. Any can be. No, Odote is a friend. Akambi is a friend. They don't deserve that kind of power. When you put square pegs in round holes, that's what will happen.
And the chairman, I think the recruitment was also poor. Sergio Ramos, surplus to requirement, basically a Real Madrid injury prone.
It took a Campos.
Luis Ocampos. Luis Ocampos highly rated.
I understand, but Sporting Director, take decisions say now we owner. No friends are crafty. And now say owner no so aman and take decisions behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because if you want to build a team, PSG team there, na mianim no kure ordinary.
Very ordinary.
Uyi na upfront heavy, u trust no everywhere.
And more so mun defend it. Player also on your world class, Marco Verratti.
Fabio Ruiz.
Fabio Ruiz.
Etikite.
Oh, Etikite, they saw a future of the team. Etikite, they saw one of the youngsters. And one Bernard. Nuno Mendes.
Now you could Jeremy Denmark. You trainer.
Kempembe.
And there was some team open champion. Oh, Obaso ya de Europe. You should do better than that.
One home and away is easy. So 1-0 away, no show 2-0.
So Real Madrid are a very good option. They should say Man City for so Bernardo Silva no swap.
Yeah, and no you who say Jagrele catch Bernardo Silva.
Man City they go fine.
Mbappe.
Yambiro. If your team sling now, I can't believe it. Andy Bisa. Now they are taking
Andy Bisa question. No. Mbappe more 1 year no. Now uncle as free and as German, if they want to get value for their money, a player or man making so much investment in him, value for their money in terms of sporting wise.
Yeah.
So I'm trying Yes, I'm quite chikakra. Now Mbappe is here Kanema Monaco. Eno free Monaco, eba PSG, the first year nail loan. Loan no so yena, on permanent no. Chairman, back then in 2017, PSG for 180 million euros for branch friend Mbappe. Obo contract no so ya Real Madrid for so Msaba Befana Kokran. The investment made in him no. Chairman enya sam kitwa. It is all yes investment we nyina wie. Na do dia ma wa ne say in fact and the agitum say French Ligue 1 5 years there on one top scorer our league no more dia ma PSG. But that is not why they bought you. Say French Ligue 1 now OJ a league no now you top scorer. The most important thing tell me so much investment in him no untimi for my so opportunity biaba ama PSG for say okay the entire Tom Mbappe the entire fan chief dia ni ebetimi aton na ama yesika na ye invest ye no sika na sabi ya to ogu no ye betimi na kakra free mu aba. I think say they should bury their pride and celebrate no rather than say be on say sika ni ye nton ye betwa amana bo eso onko for free ni ebo eso ne ko free chairman omabo kapapa.
Okay, and if you are so but yencha ye fab packaging Belgium according to Yenya Najima so office on na office on na muti sponsor inti echiamu nyina yadamase muti mo ne bia a muti enka bia ma muti bia we asafo nyina yadamase. Okay,
chairman, Uruguay under 20 so na the under 20 men's cup no FIFA World Cup no omo na je no mo koduru omo krom
so pictures no?
Yes, na eno omo koduru ye no nipa pu ba mo nti
sky blue from ground
209 Ghana G no mo se de na krom asi aye ti eno omo so koduru
ye de nipa as we bin ti ne the trailer so okay to
ti eno omo so hono na nye easy kra nipa ba bo nti ne be che team na apa ma nema etimi ye kaba ti we ye Uruguay eno ade no omo so no.
Oh nice.
Yeah. Now they say Manchester United so sales no chairman no pay story be about this Sheikh Jassim. On say as the no na ba say ono na win bid no so obeto Manchester United. Now you say ko omukro mo no ma newspaper baako owned by ne father ewo high percentage ewo sa newspaper ni mo no o ma report story ni say no kre say branch friend say Jassim Ben Hamad ono and I say Manchester United or taking just a story no egi ni ground say ne papa ankasa any super or only have almost half of it, a higher percentage of it no. And so what reports are and there's opinion I see Obabefa Manchester United from the Glazers. Now the United is West Ham start ya boedjuma. Nti ano kakra no so free over. Now no pay kasi yesi Lukaku so could do Saudi Arabia.
Is it 25 million a year?
Yes, Lukaku could do Saudi Arabia. Ono so ko say El Nasser.
Only Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
How go Ronaldo?
Anya Maguire azem ni eka o.
Basa bi nyina anya be. Waga ni Ronaldo bobo ne ko sa no ne waja. Eno mu ko chigu ba go.
Okay. But I promise
Basa dey for no more year Paul say you say all the 4 clubs to Aubameyang.
Yeah, Aubameyang.
All the 4 clubs. Etihad, Hilal, Nasser, and nyina. Omo nyina pe Aubameyang. It just but Riyad Mahrez are turning down 120 million a year. Report be all England say we're turning down 120 million a year to play in Saudi Arabia. Ozonko. Riyad Mahrez, African Union.
Or to bench for Man City.
Yeah.
And why? Well, players be among Emerick Laporte.
I don't know.
Mahrez. Boy, Julio Alvarez next season.
Maybe Africa. Yeah, 120. Africa. Okay, anyway, it depends on his reasons, though.
That means Uncle bet any more than Karim Benzema now.
Benzema did 200.
200. Or no, they're 120.
But Kobe any more than Ngulu. Okay. Can't they near 100?
Okay. Yeah. Now Lukaku man 25.
Na Lukaku beze.
Man go so there. Lukaku there go person just say okay wait.
I say Lukaku grand nega Professor Hakoya ko be dia che Lukaku.
Some Professor had no so
but so player no so person about champion. I say PSG for I show interest in Wilfred.
Also because the players in there, what you want just play average C-rated, B-rated players don't pay. I'm play top stars. Wilfred, he's a good player, all right. But Wilfred, I don't go with the PSG. I bet the Champions League. Debut, Champions League number
some champions.
Many shows of the Champions League. Many show.
Some champions.
You know, a League One na.
Okay.
Okay,
but Chairman says, yeah, maybe see I Cassiana about Netherlands, or Effie and Casa official Twitter handle. Or the Abasane Tanaki. Also, a part of Manchester City squad and almost celebrating run. But you see, my report is all Bobby Drew camp. Over releasing the video about camp, you know, so almost so prepare for almost international break.
Oh, okay.
The player and I found no Nigerian report and not Jack Grealish, any other players in some more England. Side no and so
Grealish don't detoxify no kaka or Nick Phillips ne John Stones nyina omo eyibi no detoxification and yes how far there go follow alcohol room system no
I know it
omo belt omo kitu grab you mama thing
Vinicius number 7 next season Rodrigo number 11
interestingly I see like I saw quite no see Raul ni Ronaldo number
yeah.
Now the ref say Hazard so share 7 and one more Hazard deal or
Okoka Hazard o make us akwe who need that one
uncle football ha rebe fi o say I say because of Champions League winning coaches one how ball rebe fi di Matthew one how ball rebe fi no tane o say obo ha o say wa bobi dey ba rebe fi no say obi e no person yes or no Hazard need there remember the play my top kapa but a business nyanya na benya ye na ndi kan we nyina wie yi no chese yenso ye timi ade Champions League ye timi ade na wache
oh we said no Denver Nuggets for us man
Arsenal
NBA playoffs no Denver Nuggets are champions
say no na mo say Stan Kroenke Super Bowl mo gi enso no sa wo shares wo ndi Arsenal nko na
league no na ke jeka no wa
I'm saying the business sports businesses in sport
Arsenal na
anje by the second year the very competition but KG and the second one who's on the Bano Josh who's on running all the franchises then Denver Nuggets a Miami Heat in front of Ball Arena
and again
Jokic the Joker on the whole playoffs no playoff final on the MVP Western Conference on the MVP it is likely say the season on the NBA also twice we need 2 times and last year Joel Embiid Cameroonian no ebe winning and this Joel Embiid winning he to watch James Harden to watch me channel diamond plated watch me down. Now Cameroon the ones I want to know what got all these guys but Enra was a good one. Enra 250 had a very good game. Denver Nuggets NGB that. But this time I'm the NBA champions. You be kind because the owners of Arsenal. The owners of Arsenal.
My say house to go business is near cost house and ya no ye.
The second nobody 12. Nobody 12 on top places and only 12. Okay, but picture of the day. Manchester United in the picture.
Papa no.
Nigeria pictures of I'm going to do. NBA playoffs you make why so. Oh, just me can't go say TV because of course I'm not mean say more US ne any follow game the power. It was 8:30 p.m. in US. It was a good one. I was say about Jamal Murray, Cadwell Pope, Jokic. I mean, Porter, Money. A team, no more prospect power. And Murray after injury, ni bibia na omayade. And they say you're the champion. No, we no so Obi Jokic no. We Sandia. Also much money. I say job is done. Now we can go home. I'm going to track a crash champagne here. I'm so bia and the party will go on. I say, Denver, and they are champions. Is the African? Bama de Bayo. Okay. Anyway, young Trasso. Now, this is the picture of the day. Picture of the day. Papa, what is the members with Chili? I tell her live on Facebook. Picture of the day. Manchester City fans now lining all the streets of Manchester. And also I call grocery store. We are going to turn our dinner. What born in Manchester? Just no, so they get trouble. No, on that sharp no, and on the street. Now, Obia, who does Obia training? And say, "Oh, it's my pay we party." So pay man so chilling. Say, "Hey, okay." Anyway, you care about players, and the Omo reporting for our national team. No, the Blasters of Ghana players no so reporting, and then no see a very colorful how players in Bibri, and so by the Jaibe Miahe. How he plays in our reporting for camping players now started camping training essay as I could see against Madagascar into Ghana Black Stars and so the coach Chris Hutton by Wakasa or say or has been a balanced and consistent team and only idea a dana come so far say Obinya and no in summer or they are 20 players no so away under 23 under 23 for corner there too a can blast out for Omo are reporting for camp. Of course, under 23, so Omo could do Egypt for pre-tournament camping. In Egypt under 23 no Super Bowl match, and so Ghana Premier League na be about no Mediama and the Crown champions, but being the champions comes with a certain level of responsibility. Yeah. Now, a chance say Mediama are going to represent Ghana in Africa. Yeah. Now, you know, El Ali and the Waka. Now, Coach Evans Adote Akasa. Coach Evans Adote essay almost throw BI in Africa. Zakase. Obuza Kofi Yesu. Also almost throw BI in Africa.
Why not? Say Obi Bibi no fio no bisu baby. Everybody say Obi aye Bibia measurement to me. That is my faith, you know. Yani pa no measurement na yebi. And na nyese bia me hu say bia Pep Guardiola ntino and no any person me any player e bia nim dia na I want so as time goes on as we move forward no na was so o experience and also so o pida o the make an say who bia ni bia and then the hold me so and I say bia say me ko Africa na team we are those big names in that who coach and o game plan o dey go and o players me players big player amount and then coach you know say we are earlier now we are
okay enti I know yeah coach I say the Pep Guardiola nipa just don't mean be Bounce name.
Boy, chairman. I mean, yeah, funny say, winning league, no sunya champagne, be no me no kika. I mean, reality. I mean, we all know that the Okano. I mean, chairman. Yes, Mediama bet me making an impact. Okay, we are looking at making an impact. We have to strengthen the team. Who cry as a coach, Ivan Zadote, who share baby a work near Lali no more. Different levels. So step by step. You don't take the biggest step and say the Lali no more. All of a sudden you are comparing yourself to Pep Guardiola. What sort of dream is this?
Bawaka the target for Mediama going to Africa.
Oh well, target to Africa. No say na money zone be a place of Bedruka. Say Ebasa Shasia. No be be say me no can say name one city as a coach. Okay, your boss is in Navy. Fine, hotness. I will say we submit a report and management the board no. Until we report no so your recommendations. Example bit like I say okay, yeah ball league. These are players have the ball league. Now make on another level na make on. Until me players here me could make me meet standard here on a coach. Yeah, okay, fine. And then say be make me action may improve and I say be may inject a few players into certain positions so and also counting and yes say yeah ball in a local South Africa big difference with Jamaica and say yeah I think the report to corner kaka ya water na kaka mari the bisa ana maybe a club president so person or yana obetuma no na na together ya dealing with say yes ya na be boy and then make coach no kwapesi definitely we say about target say but a good stage before we get to ceremony zone also making sure say target the target they say they call match after match means when they say they call group stage they call money zone they call match after match. First match is very important to Mediama. Second match is very important to you. Third match is very important to you. And then they say at the end it may wear money zone what there and then over for me.
Okay, and then many penny be didn't come penny be while running some of these teams playing. Na Okasimbi or say Ghana I'm saying central food in or say you fire agent quadia bacoso or you should say be I oversight and ABB. And they say there's one thing a Germans nay teams no more Germany no almost a German player be to crack over ball baby. Maybe a young to Mauba and yet and you can say ya pam wo ansan wabo o ma timi betoba it's not so okay enfan senka Mediama wa qualify for Africa o sika you say $2 million and yet go for no manganese for no for no go for no san yet tete asking whether san it no
okay
and it me and so how about if you Bernard Morrison?
Yes, perfect.
Or a Ghanaian Maybe Mediama say $100,000.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, Toaba.
Perfect.
You will charge $5,000 a month. Bernard Morrison might take the offer because number one, you are coming home. Staying at home, you say there is no place like home. It's who's over Tinefia. And also, maybe hano so beba. You will be able to identify Ghanaian player people Egypt. Algeria. Maybe because also Ghanaian players got they struggle with the lifestyle. Because of how you used to your life, no. Maybe it be not quite enticing. Not necessarily buying the ouchings and the yondis. But now style, we said this is how you build a team.
Yeah.
So when you scanner. But if you a scanner, it looks like clubs are doing this scanner so or they took plane ticket, or they be go to a bribe I'm a referee. Hey, we see me Mediama Pomoni Elali more 10 matches. Emma referee $1 million. Elali be show mo 10 na. Where is their team? Bringing in quality. Or the OBF have scored now. Now what's our head so say? Obey consistent in the league. Adema Kotokone has no ya Adewa Africa. There be some in the league omoji. Kotokanya has beji. We the second. And Africa no is our presented home. Now the sad truth, and number one with David Obeng a tweet on Twitter. And that's a concern I feel say genuine. Mediama has seized prize money for winning the Ghana Premier League, 300,000 Ghana cedis. That's $26,629. And also, meanwhile, apparently for each management committee member for the Ghana national team at last year's World Cup was $100,000. And come with them say yeah. I'm saying yeah.
Yes.
You can. Say it doesn't make footballing sense. I understand. Say the winner of the Nigerian League had $250,000 as prize money.
Yeah.
Only medium and I go to Africa. Medium $26,000. No, a bet you only one trip and no so. One trip near air tickets. Say and no be a basic economy. What you say? If you are more call, omutia Morocco bia and air Morocco direct. Omutia no Egypt bia Egypt air straight. Rwanda bia Rwanda air direct. But tianko ye na konya Senegal bia na ya also go transit another oko Mauritius and Mauritania bia. Where ye nyeska bia $26,000. We can't even help you out there. To just say ekoye no akoye la sula no akoche minister no akose here by support. Why don't we institutionalize something? So okay, as part of, and I made this point and I'll continuously make it. Say, other nebia no, a very good proposal to government. Say okay, I buy your league need here support. Give us maybe $1 million as support for the clubs. Then another $1 million. Say yedi because omoko representing Africa now they 500,000 and now they say you jam $1 million so you can overtime meritorious a award. Say okay, if you win the league you are getting maybe $300,000. Second, una maybe $100,000. Third, maybe 80. Fourth, maybe 50. What I say? Maybe I want watch the account. Maybe I 10,000, 7,000, 8,000. BB. Said they are the winning league, you know, and the second they are going to Africa, and the only first, you know, maybe FA Cup, no, somebody kakraka war. Say we win FA Cup $100,000.
Chairman, the okay, you know, say you call World Cup, no, not FA for name say your Bobo League and Obiaji. What's their primary concern? World Cup scan. Some compete me make allocations for all these in the World Cup scan. What was their primary concern?
Clubs no so ka ho.
Chairman, asema me heard the mama real who pie and say executive committee members no call World Cup no could how many days?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We earn $100,000.
Yeah.
Oji Ghana Premier League na asana wonya $100,000 no. Yes oji no to us 4 years. 4 years. Asana sika no biko ji 2 weeks no won saka no obi akodi 2 weeks keke even their role not well defined unhu adwuma bi omoye because adwuma you expect say as a committee ni be ni nyina no technical team take care of all of them technical team yes adwuma ni nyina more like a holiday no mkokodi ye ni am obi $100,000 so kodi 2 weeks. Ansana Omo Ghana Premier League enya $100,000 no. Yes, waji Ghana Premier League in fear 9. Chairman, fear 9 how many matches? 34 matches times 4. How many matches? And when you say $100,000 no. F any priority in your league no. Omoni naso. That is why there be many matches where you are doing
about 136 games.
Ansana when you say $100,000 na, obi di 2 weeks kokoji ye no.
So who champion so be kwa we kra it means that give me a like 2 okay 136 games divided by 2 that's like 68 travels.
And
26,000
winning the league, you know, sometimes a be disincentive to certain clubs. Obetima G League ni pa, but where the burden, say me G League ni we are the responsibility about Thomas no. Chama one shall say be or Tom matches no. On shall lack of competitiveness because on so G League na the responsibility and the burden no on to me.
No, but Christian, Mediama spending more than $50,000 or $100,000 to win this league.
100, it's more than $300,000.
Yeah, business men or more clubs no crowd moti or more. Inti no me who say Mediama for celebrating no. Now me here because it is not worth it. Yeah, it is not worth it because look, and this is a typical Ghana man thinking. Say Moma ko World Cup, almost a World Cup ska. Ye twa World Cup ska nti ye dini nyina manashi.
Asa.
Omashi ska no. No matter bet na kroma so is World Cup money. There's a difference between World Cup money and Premier League money. Fine. So and the hard journey say and also the members of the association or the been more.
That is why I want to talk about. Listen, David Obinya ko asante kotoko. Kim Faisal. One when you know. Mama slot. Yama club ya slot to go to the World Cup. Every club. You spend almost $10,000 on each club. The clubs couldn't come together to boycott it and say that we want the money. We don't want to go to the World Cup.
So, interestingly enough, no, so the SR catch up say bo biano 100,000 amujema me kanchiro bia. And a large bekan ya de problems with the brand.
And that is why I me Salaji Gurus at GFA Cup no kwa Africa na. Monko sere mo mfiri bia ho.
Hey, young mongo tell me to bako.
Hey, chairman.
Na like the guys of Africa bako Africa bi. Ojo Africa bi ako. No, when you
I didn't know Africa or Uncle Africa. No.
Oh, and that is where I mean, sports minister say I will always blame him for this. No, you are the sports minister. I thought that sometimes people should understand that. I mean, choosing words well so that it will not be made to seem that I'm using insulting words. But sometimes common sense should tell you that. Listen, we have a league we are playing. Players in here, that's when they travel abroad. And I'm going to say Egypt. And I'm senior Uzman, but not making submission on some FM. And you made a fantastic point. Yeah, your players now. Your players, no, A-rated players. Omni now Abuchi. Right?
Yeah.
Yamfa can 2008. We had our A players. Michael Lessing. 2007 Apia.
I know.
Stephen Apia. Neo Sulemuntari. John Mensah. They were playing for the top clubs in Europe. Egypt, Eddie, almost A players from both Zamalek, any Ali, almost by Eba J.
Yeah.
Against Samuel Eto'o, no man, no Bobo Barcelona, you know. They won it. Because there's an investment by government in their league. It is the clubs will have enough money to retain players. It is Egypt for some league, a La Liga. On TV in case of the league, you prime minister and as a Elali president and I say a league. What's league? Check Elali in the last 4 years. BYT Elali in the last 10 years. Champions League sign of check him, mommy.
Yes, they've won 7 or so.
Now check the finals. I'm basic your semi-final. Basic. And to you know. Now your sports minister the budget about 20. Now I approve say mo be $100,000. Now the government say league now mo bono. We now just say there should at least be some check. Say, listen, Mako lobby as the sports minister, even without talking to them, Mako lobby. Say, many a banker say the government is going to spend $2 million every year investment into football. It's the bank say remember $1 million to the Premier League. Then you have another 1 million. You have check Division 1 and then Obia. I want the event say, oh yeah, it's about Premier elite competition. No, I want to see money big. It can even be 5 million if government can spend 20-something million on one tournament. It can even be 5 million. Say 2 million is going to be given to the Premier because Premier League you must say lucrative, so that Ghana football will rise. Ghana football rise here. It benefits everybody. Now what TSS will be $100,000. $100,000 to one individual. I don't do me interviews. I'm not do I have an agenda. I don't have an agenda. But I have a problem with say yeah, cause she's sickening na asabetna. And me yeah the example. Obi tries there. Nobody tries to go on the law school exams. Yes, say the best student at the law exam, they money $100,000 on J. Obi tries, Ejene there, you try to master the on the J. You try a crowd, you know. Francis Corting Mensa, Dr. Kokotin, but energy. Omi na amo $100,000. So Obi tries the day, Eko fie, Eko chani mami anani papa. Obaka to say, hey, any obi, the $1,000, and we are not now for Movango money. But the Akano, Yadi Tufi, Unyanam Ketua Mobana, Yadi baby. Also, a property baby, yet maybe at Patadem, Miapa baby, we sharing Yabaco Tranis Adian. Fine score 10 men Sandiano, never property as over. For job, why never saw the fire. The reason is that, oh yeah, some predators. The 15 knows in the retirement home.
Yeah.
They're the bed 2 months next field. I said, because on why you okay, and to bet me. Oh, no, okay, no. And look also, oh, this is you must be Yabia. That's the union mum dear children. So, I'm going to throw me 100,000 Libya fee. Say Germany for the World Cup car. No much idea. Say example there, football for the oh, when you go to Germany, they are paying players $200,000 for. Oh, yeah, Germany. Germany, you see toilet dying. In the crowd, some for 7 predators. And go sala and go Germany. Germany from crime if go bungo to the Impeska. Yeah, you know, your situation also here say. Yenibi, it is a scarcity be fear. Also the fear or the toto. To them patademwa. No neska over go golden tulip. And go you and we are. Neska na share no have a damn patadem. That is foolishness.
What in patadem when neska or the control condition.
That is foolishness.
The irony of the matter is the football clubs not interested in football boots. Now Premier League club, the football boots are brand new. A trap picture, na CEO jina home football boots. Near sign a poly tank. I'm so much jina home. So my main can't share my DM for say.
Poly tank in this area for pitches.
That be poly tank no cry say assemble home.
Pitches now between
what? No assemble home. It is rumored say $5,000 per poly tank.
Yes, it boots no so. Boots no so. Clubs in the could make you request say. I idea Jomo bomb capa boots the balls.
Chama me can't share my dear say so most come back to Africa. Omo first scanning see academy bi no mo fanya ni omo bi I be boama team no mediama in the next 20-30 years a be sustainable club. Momo how mo nko Africa.
Africa they also mo come.
So mbe ko dia ni omo nsisa coach Adote. Sanya osika no Bernard Morrison, Maxwell Barkon, boys from Algeria, Egypt, you know, South African countries, no, some 4, 5, or 6 players because this team cannot go past the first round. The Ghana Premier League near standard they call Africa. Mo nada almost some champions of the Ghana Premier League into Africa. They should not go and waste money. They do not have a good coach for the platform. They do not have the necessary players for the platform. They should stop dreaming about El Ali and Wack and Pep Guardiola and those funny dreams they are having. Build the team no, then sustainable in the next 2 or 3 decades. Because look, we can't be there. We can't go there. Let's romo pa. Sombe ko dia. Ko France, Germany, Spain, coach, papa.
Now your clubs, no, if they decide they are investing, because talk about for the normal almost spend this capano. Me say, if you want very good players, say Hearts of Oak to go for between $3,000.
Yeah.
Which means the Hearts of Oak could have retained certain players. Kizito, no.
Oh yes. I know
by paying them that same.
Oh
amount.
Yes.
So what is it? What is it? Maybe I be. And never talk of a coach. Obenya moderately good coach. I will try and come back $20,000.
Yeah.
$20,000 a month, or maybe 20 players, first team players. Some will be out there and say, "Oh, yeah, now cross board crowd." Now you know $5,000 a month. And no chance, 20 players. That's $100,000.
Yeah,
$100,000.
Yeah,
which could get $20,000. Fancy operations, maybe so make you up $80,000 for month. So if you're a club and you want to retain your players. Play at that level, you need like 200,000 every month.
Yeah.
What I say, which means that for the year, your budget for the season is supposed to be like $4.8 million. You need like $5 million to.
Yeah.
No, not 5 million because if I say 200,000 for 10 months, that's 2 million.
Yeah, 2 million.
It you like 2.4 million, $2.5 million US. for a year. Say the very best, even in our local league. So you attract the best players in the local league. Some amount because soccer players will take $5,000 a month. Now I just okay. All sign 2 years. All sign 4 years. 4 years no. May take 2,000. Nama boom the alarm some amount advance payment. Then I pay you 3,000. So and over check it. Now you talk about for this car I was spending for last season Hartford. And you'll be more than the $2.4 million I'm talking about. So which means that Sikari the things they spend, but it's going to the wrong places.
Absolutely.
So see how to folks some beside 3 foreign players.
Almost half of foreign biome. That's how to folk only coach.
3 foreign players.
One scout you.
Nanya mama scout out ne. Young day no one for yana go for.
That's how fees konkoni nominate Clinton young Clinton Duodu. Fantastic young chaps. Of course, almost how ko dem or Monko Africa. Foreign based player Ben Biomna had to work here. The basics are not right. You don't even have a coach. I sure say media money standard even training grounds. Training grounds proper one only be also Africa. Now also okay also work elderly only training grounds. Your Premier League clubs are only training grounds.
Say Kotoko standard, standard ni elderly me you know my kind of stuff. And you no correct. No,
only training grounds, only training.
Kotoko standard.
And one is a party here.
Kotoko ne, say you not for now Aston Villa level.
Chairman.
Ode nukremu in the Champions League. Say Kotoko ne has kwa. Omo Champions League like Rubin Kaza number Champions League. Danimo Kiev Moba. That's how you go. Elderly now also standard no. In the last say 8 years, in the last 10 years no, almost 5. I run up 3. So they have played finals 8 times in 10 years. Who would even know? Men no one straight.
Now, Chairman, in that period, you know, Kokoko check on dominance of local league, you know, any points on the DG League, you know. Last year, one Ghana Premier League as Anteko Tokomewa, or they have many points? 67 points out of a possible 102 points, or the 67 points in the G League, you know. Season we. One G League, Mediama. Kotokone this 67 points a G League, you know. Mediama drop it by 60 points and on DG League, you know. Chairman, Mediama added 60 points out of a possible how many points? 102 points. Which means our league winner drop it as much as 42 points, but still good enough to win the Ghana Premier League.
That's the level. Say no now. I thought I answered Joe for some more Jumedini Kaka.
I'm saying competitive.
It is competitive.
By bad competition.
Competitive. When I'm the American, it's a bad competition. At the end of the day, competitive. And now me have the Christian Okasimbi. So the school for Omama Bong, Omama na Chad, Omni champion. Chad, Omni champion. Somebody go more champion.
Yeah, school for.
What is school for my Bong 20 contra class? But go the first. It's my exams. No, but you try Casapai 20 over 100. Born the first 19. Now 19. Back 21. Back 18. Back 17. 17.5. Back 18. 17.
Very competitive.
Very competitive. By the most useless competition you can ever have. That is the level of our league and something. It's a clubs in the ordinary Congress. Biggie, members. Clubs should. Omunya focus. Go to the FA, ask for relevant things, no boot.
Chairman, clubs in Ankas are talking about being focused. Some maybe here, never born promote Ghana football. No, they are not going to do it because clubs in Penny for an also more mudi any muna. Obianya Koko drew FA, they start to fight for their interest. Chairman. Club na you obi so onkonko representing at the Ghana Football Association no obedru honom no na yekote under 17 management committee yenya de ne to so pe won say FA honom e de chain the team no free mu bae no eti wa sha say fight for no interest said e be in the long term obeka Ghana Football Association ho na mu menya club na de ne bae no. That is number 1. Chairman, number 2, we live in a country whereby Nipani Azumi office now he's thinking about the next elections. Waba office, ya to Obama ni you know. So I'm did the football people. So or Azumi office now from day 1, he's thinking about the next elections. Meanwhile, a Jumana Okasa Oba Obeyeno, We are saying, Jumana, you are not going to think about the next elections. The people are going to give you power. But they don't think about that. Or during the next election, that is the kind of country we are living in. It's your football.
The whole country,
yes.
The whole country.
It's your football. No, any BBI or Hanono. Until say a better Sunday free name, it is not going to change. Chairman, you gave an analogy. Say Dr. Koko Timba and the Obi, ever call law school, we be Nyaska, we didn't be coffee in the first place. Per analogy now the buyer. So we Obia. Sikana unya yena and ya friend our papa beka to the fabra and vanko you. Looking at where you are coming from. One kasa kachira papa said da. Sikana me you way. Nemo me say baby I da enyenti. Me pesa ye di way to kope baby da. Enti gine wo busuana ho. But the Ghana Football Association, they don't think about where they are coming from. When they get the power, all they think about is power. Asa. Enti sikana ebeba no. Instead of beginning Chilimano ho no begina busuana ho no. Omo nyina busuana ho. Enti dia also this sikani bi ye. Said ye be ye china bi ye football ni benyini. Na dem fa so aba no. Onya sa ade no.
But some council ministry no enye in Genesis adia.
Chairman, if we're able to convince the ministry and found some blasters they are buying the product. So what to be convinced you are buying the ministry?
Canada ministry Nigeria.
Yes.
I welcome Canada ministry Nigeria.
Now Chairman, so what you can do now?
Now convincing him about to meet you and better.
What do you now call? Do you Canada open your baby?
Yeah, that's a great point. If you are able to convince the minister that the management committee member should take 100,000, then you should be able to convince the minister to.
That is what I was going to say.
At least reserve some for the league.
Sir, found some blasters they are buying the product. Mimi no be no to me say told us the blasters the tournament no. I am na don so bro so do. But I this same FA. And the team convince minister na na buy no. Say sika we na ye nya ye betimi akwa boy homodin wo tournament na ye kunim. Na minister na jiatum no akwa convince the president. Na president akoffice as Ghana out. Ye team go as far as going to corporate Ghana. Eko solicit for funds. Say they ma Black Stars their tournament because a certain Ghana Football Association abeka kire say budget a person ye de tournament ni nie. Say nya sa budget na ye betimi akwa boy homodi age tournament na ba. But ye nya ye ntimi. Enti aban no so person o mokwaje bento obefa kwan bia so. No wa pesa sika na dia ma omo. Enti adenti na sa Ghana Football Association kro na. Enti convince the government. Say look, ye bo Premier League. But Premier League na ye bo the Black Stars players we are having. How many of them and you're from Fiabuchi, Abra Ebia Young on Ghana or switching nationality no abebo? A lot of the players you warm higher. A bibebo lower divisions, a bibebo Premier League any idea, and Yasika, Naya Yasha football ni mu say because Abia directly unyam fatobia. But indirectly, these are the same players who move to Quina years to come. Abia 5 years, Abia 10 years. Or maybe Black Stars, no any of the various national teams. Not trophy now who are buying open or what to me at the amount. Eti ya pese ye university e was amrantie animu ya pese ye university was safo animu eti ma ru say na yemfa nkonkohye. But Ghana Football Association no onya sa ade no because they don't even care about the league your money product. Ya wa ha and you say ngophobia by a former club licensing board. Omo kwa check stadium ni ade. The most important thing in football, chairman, stadium ni hu here yes, but player welfare. Eno de yemfa nka ho.
Some of the playoff and Yomajuma. All the pitches, the facilities, safety standards for playing this animal.
And I make us say, into your club licensing board, but if anybody has no margin the player welfare today, we talk about fixed matches. We could talk about matter of convenience any idea. Chairman, a lot of the players, yes, way because there are players maybe on 300, 500 Ghana, a month, 8 months, then my. No boss is in Neria. You expect same player. So when we get a park, that's no more. Some player and will be friends some amount 5,000 cedis. Because at the end of the day, those are the Ghana Football Association. No, I'm over Shamra. Say you players in the Kayeno. Almost work clubs. It is for just saying you free $2,000 a quarter. On also Baba Betuabi. On your ready to be to Yasekano. This is the kind of country we are living in. A 2-year FA president. Not a unya power, unya tumia. You are in to serve the people. And you will interest. And you will interest. And about war mino. The Bia Yakobani Abedis and Komo we are chairman. And then media Baba Beko Africa. Ivan Sado Timodio Mokadio Mobeka. But the reality on the grounds. And they say, Nyankupo Mema, Ebaya first match and Anwa Befi.
Okay, try the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association and nominate Premier League clubs this year. Proposals for amendments to the GFA statutes in 2019, and I'm say other matters related to the formulation of policies for the development of the Ghana Premier League. Apart from commentaries running Abontino, the clubs should go to the meeting and make their cases or make strong points that will help them, the clubs. And say, can say we need to be limited to social media poster. I'm expecting David Nane Aponsanum Kwa, they should push it. Akambinum Kwa, they should push it. Moses Parker, you won the league. You know how much money you have spent. I was at the league now winning, and how much money you are getting. Go and push it. Bechem clubs go and push. If you have to get a blueprint for our football, something we can even take to government and ask for government supporter. But I'll say the very moment government is going to put in money, it means that clubs should submit their audited reports. Well, the first time now buying the sponsor teams from Africa. Also presenting audited reports. Also, you be above the whole finances. Because it means the GRE in this angle will have to have a say in your finances. Clubs are ready for that. So when you're ready for that, then you keep quiet and suffer. Yes. Yeah. It's going forward. Also, and just I don't know. Well, Hartsville, correction. 2000 Hartsville won the treble.
Okay.
I know we are treble winners. The FA Cup League and CAF Champions League. 2000 about FA Cup. Okay. You can say quadruple. We go to Ghana. Okay.
Chairman, weekend this we are both referee.
I'm who's a referee to Tiapai.
Kwabi Brem and Liveno Academy. Now, Live Now Academy. And I might have the color. Okay, Matthias. A video no
Matthias, yes, you mean a problem with who's the way? Yana since Ninja too good for a yinti. Referee na pino. Man video no I'm say and I'm to talk about.
Kwabi Kwabi Brem coach na ne far bar. Nti referees no na or ya pon I say
on the corner so.
So coach ni o.
Coach na say white no.
Obefa ba kese bia di referee da chisisi obewu. Omabo referee free from
police in alcohol zoo.
Coach.
Jesus Christ, right?
Coach Abo has it.
Her players no so. Where no dia dia body team no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Upon referee. And this guy should go to jail. That's it. Oh, yes, so Ghana.
That's what you know. And that's what our coach or ball a house of folk no Olympics. Any biche coach go stars in Kotokuro as now.
Only so far they don't know when you're referee. But could be so how on the one shield referee team.
Technical team.
On the one shield referee team. It's on the ball referee team no. Says scoreline not change. I'm on my team no winning. Yes, sir. We need Jimmy in where Jimmy. I tell for my words on radio. But this is Jimmy complete. Obi papa what clef yes or Kodibo Abano. It's also an hour kind of on Wolf if you know catching this all coin. Send me go probe up, you go review. How this is Ghana football? No, in these moments like this,
Yeah.
Absolute madness.
Yeah.
Madness.
It's serious, Chairman. Coach, players.
Or the bone, it was a referee went straight to the ground.
Prano, coach, say.
And the honor referee was in the Tiapa.
Chairman, we have a problem.
Police the phone they chasing no.
Or to form
Police the phone be sonimum. And yeah, IGP now how so who's obi kuta tio isoro am yakoche no. Fatu your Facebook page. Now copy tag IGP ni police service. All that we arrest. Edu kwa so mu nyina nko free.
Yeah.
Where the other time say ya ban the team no from using their na akwa no say ya ban no for be 1 year. No. Where kwa ho. Okay.